Um, Hello everybody. This is my very first, this is my second video about living with eczema. Just a little brief, little something. First off, eczema is the medical term is atopic dermatitis. Basically, like itchy, is it like an itchy red rash? It affects over 30 million people. That's a lot of people. Eczema can be mild to moderate to severe, depending on the person and the genetic history of the person. It can start off very small, something very, very simple, or it can spread throughout the whole body. It can be caused by allergic reactions to food or, certain types of clothing or certain type of like jewelry, like such as nickel and, stuff like that. Sometimes if you're very allergic to lots of, like I am, the sun the sun can have a big part in it, or chlorine and cleaning products can have a really, really big problem with it too. I remember my mom, when I was younger, my mom wanted to clean the house. She wanted to use bleach. I would have to be out the house, and it had to be to where she had to clean with the windows up, so that by the time I got home, the bleach smell would not be in the house because it would bother me. Certain washing powders will flare up your eczema. Certain types of food, smoke, if you be around people that smoke, or perfumes, very strong perfumes and colognes and stuff like that will flare it up. Certain types of soap. Yeah. I've had eczema ever since I was 6 months old. And mine has always been severe. It's never been just moderate or mild. Always been severe. Always, always. Every time the seasons would change, my skin would break out. Because little history. I was basically born without an immune system. So as I got older, my immune system grew as I grew. So it was hard for me to fight off a cold or the flu or whatever. And because I was basically born without an immune system, it took a whole lot of things that would normally wouldn't break people out would break me out. So like I said, every time the seasons change, I was breaking out. Either within, as I always had an asthma attack every time the seasons changed. I was always in the hospital every time the seasons changed. If it wasn't my asthma, it was my eczema. It was always flaring up, because my immune system would get used to one season, and then here it goes into another season, and it don't know what's going on, so it's reacting, it's going haywire, and it adjusted to the weather. I would say about a month before it was time for the seasons to change, and it would do it again. It still does it to this day. My asthma still flares up a little bit to this day when the seasons change, but my eczema has gotten a whole lot better. I'm so glad, so glad. But yeah, dealing with eczema is hard. It's really, really, really it's hard. I'm just gonna be straight up honest, which is hard because people ask so many questions and they try to pick your brain to see if you're lying, and Then you got the constant stares, and you got the constant, well, have you tried this? And have you tried that? And here's this doctor, and here's that doctor. Let me tell you something. Trial and error does not work when you have eczema. It does not work. It makes the situation so much worse. I'm telling you. Trial and error does not work when you have eczema. I'm sorry. I don't agree with it. I didn't like doing the trial and error mess. My mama didn't like it, so we never did it. We never did the trial and error stuff. I'll never forget. I went to this one doctor in High Point. She was a dermatologist, and I was broke out really bad, really bad. This doctor did not touch me. She examined me from across the room. She would not come nowhere near me, nowhere. She had never seen a case like me, never seen a patient like me before. So that lets you know that not all doctors are going to do their best to help you. Not all doctors. It's very rare when you have my kind of eczema that you find a doctor who is willing to try to help. I give credit to my doctors. For the longest time, I went to Thomasville Pediatrics, and the doctors there, Dr. Williams, the son and the dad, those two men right there. Yeah, them men are on point. I know the dad has died. I think the son still there. Those two men are on point. I also have a dermatologist in Washington, D.C. by the name of Dr. Mutchison. I have not seen him since I was about 7 or 8 years old. But when I did go see him, my skin took a turn for the absolute best. Like, he gave me, him and my doctors in Thomas, we worked together, and they got it to where my skin was just clear for like 4 years straight. Like, I had no flare-ups, no breakouts, no nothing. Like, my skin was just like smooth sailing, And then as I got older, of course I couldn't go to Thomasville no more, so they referred me to a dermatologist at Wake Forest Baptist Medical by the name of Dr. Gerizzo, who was the head of dermatology over there at Baptist. Shout out to Dr. Gerizzo. Dr. Gerizzo came and he saw me and he looked at me kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. And I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, is this man finna make me worse than what I already am, or is he finna improve me? And glad to say he improved me. I started going to him, and my skin got back to being clear like it was when I was going to the man in Washington, D.C. So my doctors, I love my doctors. Every doctor that I have, I love my doctors, because my case of eczema is like none other. Like, they don't. I'm that 1 in a million person. That 1 in a million. You know, I said the boy lives in a bubble. That should have been me. I'm allergic to the sun, my own hair. I'm allergic to my own hair. I was. Every dairy product, every fabric, almost every food, everything you could think of, I was allergic to. When they tested my allergies when I was a kid, I had 6 pages of everything I was allergic to, down from the type of food to the type of clothes to the type of washing powder, cleaning products, everything you could name it. I was allergic to it. I haven't had my allergies tested in God knows how long, so I don't know what I'm allergic to now. I'm gonna have to do that soon. I'm scared about doing that, but okay. But yeah, so this right here is my little background, just to give y'all a little bit of insight. There will be more videos coming soon. And sorry I'm talking so low. I'm not trying to be all loud. I got nosy people in my house. Sorry. But yeah, stay tuned for video number 3. Hope you all enjoy it. Hope you all like it. Hit the like button. I will be sharing this on my Facebook. And I'll put the information on there, and I will be sharing, I put my Twitter information on there in case you guys want to follow me on Twitter as well. And I am in the midst of making a blog, so I'll be doing that as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great and safe night, and if it's the Lord's will, see you all tomorrow. Bye.